Hey guys, James here again. This is me with Goku was Cumber's reincarnation. Pretty sure I don't think Cumber's canon at all. I don't think he is at least. But he's a pretty cool fan-in character if he's not canon. So yeah. Now Cumber is basically known as an evil or corrupted Saiyan. And I'm gonna go over some of not Crumber. I'm gonna go over some of Cumber's abilities, which would basically be like basically just his intense rage. That's one of them. That's one of the main abilities. He just has such intense rage, it's amazing. He's known as an ancient Saiyan since he was around when Yamoshi was. He was like one of Yamoshi's friends, and his corrupted Saiyan nature was just crazy. So some illustrations of Cumber's, like why the reason he's corrupted is basically just because of a disease in Saiyans, or a disease in Saiyans, or I guess disease, or just his true nature. That's really it. Then you see Cumber in this attire. Basically, that's what restrains him. And then we would have Cumber's abilities, such as he can make shadow hands, and then the shadow hands can even use ki blasts. Cumber has the golden Great Ape form. Then Cumber would also basically have a aura that if he shoots out, basically if he would just use his aura, it can corrupt anyone in the vicinity of it. It can go to great distances. Yeah, so we're going to start this way off. Basically, we're going to have Goku on Earth. Goku's still sent to Earth, but, well, Goku's family is distantly related to Cumber. But, just real quick. Alright, so, around, 25 generations of Goku's family, 20 generations of Goku's family would be, basically 25 generations is where Goku's family is. Goku's the 25th or 26th generation, not 26th, the 20th or 21st generation of Cumber's family. And Bardock didn't really inherit many of Cumber's ability. Each of his family members, they would have, strongest of each generation would have some random ability of Cumber. Goku and Raditz they're the first in their generation to at least be, they weren't twins, but there's two of them this time, not in a, well, there's two of them at least. That's one of the main things that's impressive. So that's one of the first in a long time. Goku inherited quite literally every single ability of Cumber, except the great control for a great ape. He'd have to learn that, and it'd take a long time. While then we have Raditz, who's only born with that control, and his probable would be 8,000 at birth. We have Goku is at 4,000 at birth. Goku still sent off to Earth. Raditz is, well, he wasn't able to be shipped off. It was just whenever he cried or was really upset as a baby, his sheer roar was able to push people back, and they couldn't handle it. So no one would exile Raditz, and it was hard to kill him, so he was basically forced to stay on the planet, but only raised as a warrior. That's how Bardock was. He inherited the Saiyan rage, and he was able to control it. Yeah, Goku inherits every single ability, just not the Great Ape. But now, basically, Goku's on Earth. Grandma Gohan finds him. Goku's just lashing out in rage and fear. He does this, Gohan has to evade, but Goku's rage is shaking him at Earth, leading to Kami having to jump in and grab Goku. But as it doesn't work, he goes to Goku's tail. Goku punches Kami in the face, sending him flying. Now, wait, to pause one more time. After around in a few hours, just Kami, Goku, Gohan, even Roshi joined in. After this fight lasts a long time, well, they kind of deem Goku a threat. So eventually, this leads to Kami locking Goku in the hyperbolic time chamber. So when Goku's locked in there, he can't escape, and Kami would use his own power plus Dragon Balls, and with the help of every single fighter on Earth can use Ki, and also having discovered more Dragon Balls. First Kami's wish is first he tries to wish for a restraint for Goku. Dragon Ball's I don't know if I to do that. But here the planet Namek has these Dragon Balls, and they should be strong enough to make a restraint. So yeah, now this leads to basically them heading to Namek. But Kami has to learn how to read Namekian first. Then he had to read it, then heads to Namek using a spaceship that he used to have. And while he's on Namek, they use Dragon Balls, and they understand they get this whole situation under wraps, so to say. And Goku's wish, so to say, no Goku, Kami's first wish was basically restrain Goku any way possible, and they make the same restraint you see here. It restrains Saiyan rage, everything. But Goku's still insanely strong and fast, so it'd be hard to block him. Even with Strength to Great Ape transformation, as Goku's tail is kind of covered as well. Second wish is basically try to find an isolated planet for them to train on, because they try to use a wish to basically get rid of Goku's Saiyan rage, but it doesn't work. So they basically want to know what planet they can train on, and to learn how to control this ability. But then you would see just Goku, we would see him, but we see Goku get shots on the Vampa, and then we see Kami, Roshi, and Gohan get in the ship and they get to they get to Vampa. When they get to Vampa, they kind of see Goku still in restraints, and it will just him headbutting and slamming into anything nearby. Eventually, Broly and Paragus even heard the ruckus, and they saw the ship land, but they just see the giant spiders, the multiple versions of Ba, those are being flung around like crazy. And Goku would end up landing on top of one of the versions of Ba, and some Ba species, and just keeps headbutting it over and over and over. Now, this amazes like Broly and Paragus. This is shocking. So this basically not Goku, but Bardock. I don't say Bardock. Paragus and Broly kind of question like Kami who they are, and they had we didn't know this planet was populated. This kid's out of control. He's just a raging beast, and he came from space. Paragus would look at Goku's tail and say, "Oh, well, not his tail, but he looks at Goku's appearance and would say, oh, he's a Saiyan. We're one too, but well, I have a feeling that I may know what he is." Now, he kind of starts thinking, Goku's families are very well known. They're not nobles, but they're well known for their power. Because each and every one of them, it's very rare that you're born with a power level under 5,000. But King Vegeta is the only king that wanted to exile them. Goku's born with power level under 5,000 due to his mother being a low-class Saiyan, so that wasn't shocking if the parent was a low-class, but if one parent was low-class and you're born in 5,000, that wasn't shocking, but yeah, that didn't happen too often, because not many of them married low-class. But I just didn't care. So yeah. But Paragus kind of mentions the family heritage and how they're related to the ancient Saiyan Cumber, who's a raging brute who's also a monster and also known as a demon Saiyan. Paragus basically tells legends of Cumber, and Kami does think like if Goku's anything like Cumber, then the whole universe is fucking doomed, because this Goku seems scary, but they fire Kilos at Goku, then it bounced off of him. Roshi even used full power Kamehameha, and Goku just let out a yell, and his Ki Blast had pushed away the Kamehameha. But eventually, Kami's actually able to think of like some form of a spell or key usage to make Goku fall asleep. Eventually, when Goku wakes up, well, he hasn't slept for a long time, so there's a mixture of basically being sleep deprived, being constantly angry, and being scared. He doesn't know where he is. He hasn't even been on Earth for a whole day. When it'd be a full day on Earth, he was sent to Vampa. But with this, Goku's slightly calmed down. His was just more rash and yelling all constantly, but barely able to speak proper words because he doesn't know how to speak properly. Kami just help Goku. He's going to get his rage under control, and once the rage is under control, then he can train and live on Earth. Goku's a little hesitant about this, but just agrees. And basically, his arms are apart. The thing that connects his arms are basically just like, if Kami were just like tap his half, or not tap his half, but if you were just to like just think about it, they can come back together and just restrain Goku. Goku basically trains with Broly because Broly's the only person that's near his rage level. But first, Paragus had trained Goku to be basic in power. We'll have like the basics of fighting styles and everything. Kami did as well, so did Roshi and Gohan. Eventually, Goku's probably ends up going to surpass Broly, and him and Broly just kind of spar daily. When I go to Goku and Goku's 10, and Broly would be like, we're about Kami, he headed back to Earth, but Gohan and Roshi stay on planet Namek. Not Namek, I mean Vampa. But everyone here basically is just everyone Vampa. They kind of train together. And Goku's power level currently would be let's say 80,000. That's his current power level. Broly, who's at 200,000. I mean, I said Goku would just surpass Broly. So I think 80,000 would be a little too low even for Broly. Goku's power level is going to be 200,000. Broly's going to be at 150. And then we have Roshi and Gohan, who's going to be at all three. Paragus, Roshi, and Gohan. They're all at 8,000. And they all learn some techniques to incapacitate their selected kids. Like Kirito just has to press Broly, and it's just tons of electricity, and Perry develop an ability to shock Broly. Then with Goku, they don't know yet. All you know is that sleep making him sleep or tired calms him down a lot. So yeah. So they're able to find some way to make him tired. Yeah, by the time they're 11, by the time they're 10, they're back to Earth. At this point, Goku will be 11, so there's like a 6-year age difference between Broly and Goku, I believe. So Broly's like 16. They'll head back to Earth, and while on Earth, well, Goku kind of keeps this restraint on because that's what keeps him in check. Ukami had trained Hyperbolic Time Chamber constantly, and would use Dragon Balls to make him younger, put him in his prime at least. But Dragon Balls can do that, but it made him like 100 years younger, and that was it. And Kami took that as like, I'll take what I can get. But yeah, so Kami trained the top Hyperbolic Time Chamber constantly, and his power level currently is reaching 30,000. So upgraded the Dragon Balls significantly, and just the whole lookout. I mean, so on Earth, everyone's still pretty weary of him. Just not Broly. That's really it, because Broly's like Goku's brother. Eventually, they still travel alone because they want to experience the world. But Broly doesn't really lash out as much, so it's pretty hard to irritate Goku because Paragus isn't really in the line of fire. It's just Goku, and Goku's stronger than him, so there's no reason to be concerned for Goku. So Broly barely ever lashes out. But whenever his power level reaches a certain amount, and like just in rage, like if his emotions and power level go a certain way, he's shocked. He's electrocuted. And Goku, if his power level and emotions start overflowing, then immediately his hands come together and he's restrained. But also his suit will start kind of activating something in his brain that makes him tired. So yeah, so both they wear clothes that basically just restrain them and power them down. And on their journey, Goku would just proceed to basically fight anyone in his path that he deemed worthy. Due to Goku kind of being exceptionally big for someone his age, I believe I said he was 10, he looks like he's about 14. But Goku just slams down everyone in his path, and eventually they go to the temple, and they meet, monks. Temple, Goku sees Krillin being picked on, and sees Krillin getting angry. But Goku removes his mouth guard, as Goku doesn't know how to control Ki properly, because that's too dangerous for him to learn. So, in his mouth, if he just yells, randomly Ki Blast comes out of it, he knows that, but doesn't know how to activate it. And the monks said, welcome Goku and Broly. But Goku just basically looks like Krillin, who's being bullied and slapped around, and Goku just roars. Ki Blast fires out of his mouth, hitting one of the monks in the arm, and sending them flying over a railing. They don't die, but they're barely hanging on to the railing. Krillin's kind of shocked because Goku's mouth guard keeps Goku's trying to put on his mouth guard, Broly just grabs it and slams it on Goku's face. And Goku would yell, "Damn, what the hell are you doing, Broly?" Broly, being massive, towering over Goku, just picks him up and just kind of shakes him like a baby. Shakes him like a baby. That would be bad for a baby, but he basically picks up Goku. This Broly is like 6'6" and he's 16, and Goku's barely even scratching 5'6". So, yeah, but Broly kind of picked him up, saying, "Calm down, Kakarot," because they did eventually use Dragon Balls to learn Goku's name at least. So his name is Kakarot. So it's identified as Kakarot. But yeah. Now Paragus would kind of be on Kami's lookout, just chilling. And eventually we would have basically just a few things happen this time. Krillin thanked Goku for saving him, and Goku had basically said that rage is not a good thing, and actually discourages Krillin from ever getting angry. So Goku's trying to learn how to basically restrain his emotions, and the monks help him with that. They'll kind of help him find a form of inner peace. And it does get him irritated at times because he can't do it, but Broly's able to press a button on his suit that restrains him, or makes him tired and he passes out. We keep traveling, because eventually when they leave, Krillin comes with them, and Krillin kind of rides on Goku's back mainly, or Broly's shoulders, one of the two. It's kind of fun because they're both huge compared to him, so yeah. As they keep on traveling, they go to the desert, and in the desert they find someone who tries to rob them. But Krillin, getting a lot stronger, basically just kicks this bandit into the ground, and the bandit being unconscious. Suddenly, a flying blue cat would push Krillin away, or try to push him, saying, "Please stop, don't hurt Yamcha, he's a good guy." Yamcha stands up with a few teeth, he spits out a few teeth, 2 or 3, says, "Damn, that was one strong punch." He looks up, seeing Goku and Broly. Because Goku and Broly were flying, Krillin was actually trying to learn how to fly. And then Yamcha attacked him. But when he sees these two massive people in the air, Yamcha immediately pissed himself. And Goku got a little upset because he attacked Krillin, but it just a little upset that Puar and Krillin, not Puar and Krillin, that Yamcha and Krillin, no, that Puar and Yamcha attacked Krillin. And everyone kind of like visibly sees Goku just like seething air. And suddenly, one giant black hand was swat down on Yamcha, slamming him deep into the ground. With that, suddenly the hand picks up Yamcha, and Yamcha's put at Goku's level. Goku begins kind of just talking, yelling at Yamcha, saying, "Now who the hell do you think you are, attacking my friend, huh?" Yamcha still pissing himself, saying, "I'm sorry, sir, I didn't know." But Yamcha is just headbutted right into the ground by Goku. Now Goku immediately falls down and tries to like punch Yamcha in the face, but Broly just instantly disappears right next to Goku, tapping the button, and Goku passes out. This is Goku off the ground, Krillin will catch him, and Krillin's barely able to hold up Goku. Because Krillin's mainly focusing on trying to fly like Goku and Broly. Like, flying is a basic that they learned, not Ki Blast or anything. They're just flying, that's it. But Krillin's able to carry around Goku, and it doubles as really weight training, because Goku's suit alone is thousands of pounds, and then we have tens of thousands of pounds. We have Goku, who's just basically sheer muscle, at 5'6", and weighs like 200 pounds, so, yeah. Eventually, 1 year would pass, with Yamcha actually going with them, because him and Broly were able to find common ground, and they eventually got along. And Goku had to watch Yamcha and Puar apologize to Krillin fully. But yeah, so as Goku and them just travel around together, they eventually would find the crane school. And while they're there, basically they heard the strongest martial arts school around. Pause. So basically, Krillin and Yamcha, Yamcha basically showed Goku the Wolf-Fang Fist, and Goku ended up learning it and mastering it in an hour. And basically taught Yamcha how to improve it really quickly. Then eventually, they all kind of got stronger together. Yamcha even learned how to fly. And while traveling, they come across Crane School. Crane School is like really the strongest martial arts school because Roshi's not a martial arts teacher. And by the way, none of them are 11 yet. Or at least Goku isn't 11 yet. Like, we have Krillin, who's like, who'd be 11. Goku's 10 still, but he looks like he's 14. Krillin looks like he's 6 years old. We have Broly, who looks like he's the adult of the group, and Yamcha behind him. Pretty sure Yamcha would be 15 at this point, because Broly would be 16. But yeah, now Yamcha and Krillin have a habit of riding on top of Goku and Broly, because Goku does grow rapidly to be around the size, like he'd be a little bit bigger than Broly. Like he'd be like 7'8" at the biggest when he's an adult. Goku grows rapidly, but yeah. Broly's already at 6'8". Goku is at 5'9", and Krillin kind of rides on Goku's shoulder, and Krillin will ride on Goku's back. Yamcha rides on Broly's shoulder. Then Puar kind of rests on top of Yamcha. But when they get to Crane School, they see Tien Shan at the gate, and he asks what they want. Goku stares out at Tien, saying he wants to fight. He wants to fight the strongest student here. Immediately, Tien will attack Goku and go for a punch in the chest. No, it doesn't do anything, but Tien's hands are kind of dirty from lunch, and Goku had just washed his clothes. When Goku had just is washing his clothes, well, Broly, Krillin, Yamcha, Kami, they have to keep a very close watch on Goku. A very close watch. Because if someone were to do the most minuscule amount of pissing him off, Earth is at risk. Goku's power level currently is at 800,000. Because that's basically his latent rage staying there. 900,000. Did I say 800,000? No, 500,000, my bad. So he's at 500,000, Broly is at the same level as him, Krillin is at 12,000, Yamcha is at 10,000. But, yeah. Now, while they're kind of just talking, Tien basically dirtied Goku's clothes, and Goku's just kind of seething. He just washed them, and suddenly Tien is sent flying through the Crane School. Chaozu and Mr. Shen were kind of sitting down talking. They see Tien get sent flying, and his head's basically just in a wall. And they see his body he's not dead, but he's just unconscious with his head through the wall. Goku begins stomping towards Tien, saying you're gonna climb closer and apologize, you bastard. Grab Tien, just throws him on the ground. Shen attacks Goku, but Yamcha quickly kicks Shen right in the neck, hard enough to knock him out. Then Chaozu tries to attack them, but Puar just tackles Chaozu and holds him down. Immediately Tien wakes up after being slapped once by Goku, and he then says, I apologize. Goku ends up taking his shirt off, throwing it at Tien, saying, wash it. Tien washes it, and Goku gets his shirt back. He puts it on, and he's still seething rage. But Broly would know something interesting. Goku's, how do you say it? His aura. It was different. It was stronger. It was more dense. It was like an entity of its own. Broly touched it and it shocked him, and his aura made Broly mad. Well, not mad, but almost did. And Broly actually reported this to Kami, and Kami's like, "Oh, that's interesting." And Paragus starts adding on more to the legend of Cumber, and says reportedly his aura would make Saiyans be angry like him. Due to Goku and Broly being so equal in strength, we guarantee if they're both as angry as Goku is at full power, or if they both get to their full rage, if they fight, it will tear apart any planet in the vicinity. Like any planet within at least any planet near Earth, the Moon, Namek, anything, it'll be torn apart just by their raging auras. So yeah. Okay, so when they're about to leave, basically Tien bows to Goku, saying that he'll get strong like Goku, and asks that Goku take him. Goku is a little hesitant because Tien made him mad, but he then says, "Fine, but you wash our clothes now. Got it?" Because they all have assigned roles. Goku and Broly are the bodyguards. There's now Tien's the clothes washer. Originally their own jobs that they'd wash their own clothes, but now that's Tien's job. Chaozu's kind of like their scout now, alongside Puar, because Puar did it alone, but Puar is kind of small and not a fast flyer like Chaozu is. So now it's Chaozu and Puar. And then we'd have Yamcha, who's basically like the one who will handle their funds. Then you have Krillin, who's basically just like... Well, Krillin mainly scout, like Yamcha handles their money, their valuables. And Krillin kind of just like handles like the conversation. Because none of them are good at it. Like Krillin's like the one that's like the more sociable one. Goku and Broly can't talk without one of them getting somewhat agitated because they don't know how to properly speak to a large group of people or business. So it just pisses them off. Okay, pause. All right, so eventually they head to a nearby town. In that town, they meet Mercenary Tao. Basically, Tao had seen Tien and asked why Tien is not with the dojo. Tien basically said that Shen didn't really put up a fight. Like, I don't know if I said this, but Shen was beaten by Broly. I don't think I said it, but yeah, Shen basically was flicked through a wall by Broly. And basically, Tien's like, oh yeah, these guys dwarf every single humans that I've met in power. And that's when Tao's like, these brats can't possibly beat Shen. And this one Tien's like, oh no, he points to Broly saying, he flicked Shen through a wall and a few trees. Tao heard flick, not punch, not throw, not slam. Flick. He's like, flick me then. And Broly does just that, sending Tao flying through multiple buildings. By the time Tao lands, or he thought he landed, he's in midair. And he sees Goku above him, holding him up. And it's this thing Goku would say. You shouldn't say how many times we could flick you. Only Broly appears in front of them, flicking him again. And this goes on until Tao is almost dead. By the time Goku would drop Tao coughs up blood. And Tao would just say, I lose. You brats are way stronger than Shen. Goku would land, saying, we know that. Now stay out of our way. Tao would nod, and they proceed through the town. Yamcha and Krillin buy some stuff, and eventually we go fast forward 1 year. During this time, Goku and the whole group had met Bulma. Basically, they encountered Bulma while searching for Dragon Balls. Like, Bulma encountered the Red Ribbon Army, and the Red Ribbon Army was like, hey, we have Dragon Balls, we want them. But suddenly, one of the guys are just slashed across their back and punched in the face by some short guy. One tall one had slashed one of them, the short guy punched the other one. And she sees that this is just Krillin and Yamcha. She doesn't know who either of them are, but I'm telling you right now, it's Krillin and Yamcha that saved them. And Bulma asks us who they are and why they helped. And Krillin say, "Oh, our big brothers would be mad." Goku and Broly, they're not Broly's like the big brother of the group, but I think it would be Tien. Let me check real quick. So Broly and Vegeta are the same age. That'd make Yamcha and Tien 1 year younger than Broly. So basically, Broly's the big brother of the group, and then it would be Yamcha, and then Tien, and then Krillin, then Goku, then Chaozu. So Goku and Chaozu are actually some of the youngest, but Goku's one of the bigger ones. But Goku's not one of the big brothers because he's the strongest, like one of the stronger ones and the taller ones. Bulma says, "Oh, you guys have big brothers? Like, are they just like you two?" And that's when they point up in the air, saying, "Nope." As Tien would appear behind Yamcha, saying, "Oh, those guys had a whole base." And Bulma hears an explosion in the background, and Chaozu had yelled, "Tien, you didn't finish it off." But Bulma looks up, seeing Goku, Broly, and Chaozu in the air, and Puar asleep on Broly's head. Well, she sees Goku in a straitjacket and questions why he's in a straitjacket, and that's when Broly says, "Don't mind him." That's when Broly turns Goku around, saying, "Goku, calm down." Because they established an Earth name for him, and it was Goku. Because his Kakarot was a mouthful to say. But the one person that came up with the name Goku was not Gohan in this time. Like, Gohan had suggested it, but then the person that said the name fully was Krillin. He's the one that made the name. Like, Goku was like, "Oh yeah, I met Grandpa Gohan before." And Grandpa Gohan, like, no one is scared of Goku. Like, Kami and Paragus are, and that's it. Roshi and Gohan just know Goku is a very confused kid, and it's not really his fault. It's just a disease that makes him this way. Which is not wrong. But yeah. So, basically just from hearing Gohan's name, Krillin suggested the name Goku. And then Tien and Yamcha didn't like it, and then Broly liked it, Chaozu and Puar liked it. So he became Goku, Son Goku. But yeah, so when they land, Goku's coming up, like, he's asleep, basically, but he's half asleep. But Broly's carrying Goku, and he says, "Excuse him, he has a bad temper, that's why he's a straitjacket." Bulma does think Broly's pretty cute, but, yeah. Now, they kind of travel around, but as they travel around with Bulma, they kind of ask what the Dragon Balls do, and they explain it. But, Goku forgot Earth had Dragon Balls. He knew that Namek did, but forgot about Earth. So when he hears about the Dragon Balls, like, oh, now Namek had those things on it. And he talks to basically every single person basically all the group about what he knows about Namekian Dragon Balls, and says Earth Dragon Balls are probably weaker because he's heard Namekians are stronger than humans, and Kami seem to be raised by humans or raised as a human like me, but I'm a lot stronger than Kami would ever be. So I'm pretty sure Kami is pretty weak compared to other Namekians, so he may not have a lot of power in him. But yeah, so eventually they collect all the Dragon Balls. Bulma at this time is still dating Yamcha, and as she dates Yamcha, well, no one really has a wish. So one of the wishes they think of, well, it's Goku's wish, and he would like to have control over his rage. Shenron can't grant that a wish, but he can basically just harden Goku's emotions, or harden certain emotions. Like, it's a lot harder for them to show. Because Goku's a very short-tempered individual at this point. Then, what Dragon Ball basically do is make Goku very stoic. Like, a lot more like I'd say, he has a Tien personality kind of now, like a pre-meeting Goku personality. So like, kind of just very arrogant and cocky and rude, but like, this Goku is a lot harder to set off. But you can still piss him off pretty easily, but it's a lot harder to do so now. So straight direction isn't really required at all times, but he occasionally does have to use it. Now they keep on traveling. Eventually, Demon King Piccolo is unleashed still. They don't participate in the tournaments, but Roshi and them have met each other a few times. But eventually, we go to just like when they meet Demon King Piccolo in the Dark Souls. Piccolo approaches them because he feels the intense power coming off of them, and wants to see if it's like true someone this strong actually exists. He basically sees Tien washing all their clothes, and Chaozu gathering tons of firewood. We see Goku and Broly setting up a small camp. Broly and Goku are slight handymen because on Vampa they had to make their own house in a cave and everything, so they're able to build like a small shelter. But Piccolo would approach Goku and demand to know who he is, Goku smacks Piccolo across the face, saying he can't demand a thing from him. Piccolo's jaw is broken, and, well, all of his teeth are on the ground. Immediately, this leads to Tambourine attacking Goku, but Krillin just chops off Tamborine's head with a single chop, like just a very swift chop with the neck, and his head comes falling off. Or flying off, I mean. But yeah. But now as Goku would talk to Piccolo once his teeth regrew, he got questions why Goku's so strong, and Goku would explain he's an alien like Piccolo, who's a Namekian. But since he's a different kind of alien, his rage just grows in strength a lot different, but he also has a disease that makes his rage go out of control. Pause. Basically, Goku says he's an alien race, and he has a hereditary disease that makes him a raging brute, and this is the power that comes from him being a raging brute. Then he questions Broly, and Broly just says he's a Saiyan from legend. So he basically just is a reincarnation of a legend, or is a myth, so to say. Then he asks about the other Z Fighters, or that's kind of what they call themselves, the Z Fighters. And Bulma stays with them because they're fun. They're fun. But yeah, and Bulma also just has a bit of tech. But Bulma kind of questions why she can't just build like a house, make a house from the capsule. And Goku and Broly say it's a lot more fun this way. So yeah. Now we're going to just say that Bulma's the weakest one, and Bulma's power level, due to her being the weakest, is 50 this time. Not. Pretty sure some sites say her power level is not even like 5, but this one her power level is 50. She trains a lot with them because she has nothing else to do. Like studying Goku and Broly is kind of fun, but that's really it. So training with them is the only other output in life she has. She doesn't nervous that she'll get too buff, but does realize that her body kind of stays she looks pretty thin and small still, but if you look close enough, well, Bulma has abs. That's really it. She's built like Mirko, which is approved. I approve it. Buff Bulma. I need this. I need buff Bulma and buff. I need buff Bulma and buff Videl. I need it in my life. But off the topic of what I need, yeah. So. You just have Piccolo actually just says that he wants to make Goku and Broly and the Z Fighters their underlings, but what Goku says that he will kill Piccolo if he suggests that again. Piccolo says go ahead, you brat, you probably can't catch me. Piccolo would fly off, but he flies into something, and he sees Goku in front of him. Goku would end up grabbing Piccolo and crushing his head, but suddenly Piccolo was able to wrap his arms around Goku's neck and begin strangling him. Goku was able to tear off his arms and punch a hole through him. And like that, he spits out an egg, but Goku will catch it, saying he should make this for dinner. Because, well, it's an egg, a giant one at that. They land, and immediately Kami appears in front of Goku, saying, don't destroy the egg. Kami's pretty weakened, spitting out blood. And Kami gives a whole rundown on what Piccolo is and everything. And Goku did think Piccolo looked like Kami. Kami just explains his whole thing, like, yeah, Piccolo's basically me, and we're linked, but if you kill him, you kill me, and I don't think you want to kill me. So yeah, now with this, Goku's like, then what do we do with the egg? And Kami just says, I can take it, or you guys can raise it. Now, by this point, Goku is like 15, he would be 16 years old. So yeah, so Goku at this point is like 6'8", so it's pretty huge at 16. Then we'd have Yamcha, who would be, so Broly 6 years older than Goku, so that'd make Broly 22. So Yamcha, Tien, and Bulma are both 21. All three of them are 21. Chaozu's 15. Krillin is 17. Yeah. I don't care how old Puar is. Let's say he's the same age as Yamcha. But for the next few years, there is Piccolo. And Bulma can't really... Well, no one can go Goku near Piccolo a lot of the time. Like, they know each other, but when it comes to just combat or trying to learn normally, Goku and Piccolo piss each other off. But now by the time Goku is 19, and he's already the same height as Broly, as they're both 7'3". Broly has stopped growing, Goku is still growing. Let me pause real quick. I had to make sure how tall Cumber was. But I want it to be funny that Goku is just so huge compared to Broly. Because I think it'd just be funny to have a big Goku. At this point, Goku just looks like this, just minus the tail. This is just what he looks like. Well, at least when he's raging. That's kind of what he looks like. Just no tail. But eventually, Goku would just end up. Like, they watch a tournament that Roshi and Gohan are participating in. Gohan on his last legs, he's pretty old. But he beats Roshi. Shocks everyone. But he had used his last attack to beat Roshi, and it basically killed him. Now, Goku did have to admit that Gohan was a good person for not hating him. So, Goku kind of felt upset that that Gohan had died. And whoever knew that Goku's in the crowd, it's kind of hard to miss him. But he would basically jump on the arena, picking up Gohan, and infuse a bit of ki into him. Because Goku learned how to use ki from Piccolo Jr. So yeah, now with that, Goku learned how to use ki and pass it on. And, well, he can't do it he had to infuse a little bit to Gohan. That's the first time he did it. But due to it not being a lot, actually brought Gohan back to life and even made him a bit stronger. Gohan would have thanked Goku, but says that a lot of that was just kind of due to him being old. He didn't need to bring him back to life. But Goku would say if there's a way to bring back Gohan, he will do it. Gohan is someone he respects. But, yeah. But now, basically, just go to Goku and everyone else when they are, like, I don't know. Can't think of this. I say just Goku and them are all now, like, just, it'd be the time skip now. Well, Bulma and, Yamcha had broken up, and Goku, well, he got so powerful that the wish he made with the Dragon Balls wore off, and everyone knew it. Because Goku felt it, said it, and everyone's like, oh, damn, that's bad. But Goku was able to somewhat control his own rage now. Due to Bulma breaking up with Yamcha, Goku and Yamcha, well, they have a problem with each other now. Because Goku is now dating Bulma, and they have Gohan. So, yeah, this is just... Goku and Yamcha kind of have a small problem with each other, but Goku is dating Bulma, and eventually Yamcha just realized that Bulma was a lot happier with Goku. They even had a kid together. Yeah, so Gohan doesn't really inherit the disease because Bulma is a whole different species. So with that, Gohan doesn't really inherit the rage. But, yeah. Eventually, when Raditz does arrive on Earth, well, basically just tells everyone that Goku was sent to Earth to destroy it. And, well, a lot of humans, they know who Goku is. Because he basically has gone around the whole world with his group. A lot of humans know who Goku is. So, eventually with this, basically, Raditz is like, go, Goku, come with me. And, well, everyone says no, all Z Fighters do, even Roshi and Gohan. And Kami appeared in front of Raditz saying he insists that Raditz take Goku. Everyone's kind of shocked, but Goku would ask why, and Kami just says, Goku, you are simply too dangerous to be on this planet, you need to leave. Goku's a little upset, and even means tearing up, and Raditz says, that's disgraceful, Kakarot, let's go. Suddenly, Goku's eyes turn white, and his hair being sparkling yellow. Goku had roared as he wasn't Super Saiyan, but he went false Super Saiyan. He broke his restraints, grabbed Raditz, and grabbed Kami, and killed them both. Goku's mask had broke as the ki was just firing rapidly out of his mouth, destroying the moon, destroying the planet in any vicinity, and he's just rampaging. Broly's able to protect everyone. Is able to protect everyone, and eventually he does fight Goku. And some Goku begin clashing. Eventually, Broly does go to his legendary Super Saiyan form, but doesn't really know how to control it. He's barely able to even tap into it. But now, since he can't control it, it's just him and Goku, two raging brutes, fighting. Goku's aura cannot corrupt Broly because he's already berserk. All it does is make Broly stronger. Eventually, this fight takes a space, and we go fast forward 1 hour. They had destroyed a total of 8 planets, and Goku's passed out one of them. Broly's passed out another one. But they will sense each other's ki. And the Z Fighters could sense Goku and Broly. They'd calmed down and were both passed out. But we had watched this battle commence, and was in sheer shock. So were the Kais. Such power was possible. They had both surpassed anything they knew. They were reaching the level of these two in a battle. They were reaching the level of canonical Super Goku and Vegeta. But yeah, eventually with this, when they wake up, Goku doesn't know how to get back to Broly or Earth, but Broly finds some way to get back. Then Goku heads back himself. So as they both head back to Earth, they kind of just fly while holding their breath, and they fly as fast as possible. And land back. They take Raditz's ship but basically Kami gave them a few days to leave Earth. He gave them like a week in total. Now as Goku and Broly are about to leave, because Broly doesn't follow Goku, because he's the one that they can contain him, is what they've seen from it. Eventually, as the ship is built by Bulma and everyone else, eventually, well, the Z Fighters go with them. Kami's a little confused, because Roshi's even going with them. And Goku had said that there's no use... No, not Kami, I mean. They have the Dragon Balls, but I don't think Piccolo... Dragon Balls, never mind, Kami isn't alive, but they do start to leave Earth. So as they leave Earth, the Z Fighters come with them, and they're really in search of Dragon Balls. They want to revive Piccolo, which would revive Kami. They go to Namek, they get Dragon Balls, Kami is revived, or Piccolo is revived, they revives Kami by default. But Piccolo, second wish is have Piccolo transported here. Third wish, well, Goku wants to have his rage pushed to the back of his mind, or his emotions, basically. And it's able to work, but it's still going to be temporary. Alright. So eventually, with this, Goku and, I guess, the Z Fighters, they take a space and begin traveling. Basically, Paragus did come with them, just for a bit, just wanting to get to know them. Not to get to know them, but kind of just get a grasp of their journey. The first planet happens to be Planet Cereal. Now they kind of stopped there because Paragus named a few planets he knew outside of the vicinity of not Planet Vegeta, out of the vicinity of the planet Frieza. And Goku's like, alright, sure, we'll head one of them, and they had the planet Cereal, because Goku hopes they have cereal on it, but they don't. While there, they find the Dragon Balls, they find one of them, they find the other one, and they legit use the wish to send Paragus back to Earth. But yeah. Now, while they're there, Manito had recently saw the dragon being summoned and questions why they summoned it. That they're sending someone back to the home planet, the planet they lived on. Goku and Manito talk, and with this, Manito just hears Goku's story. Granola arrives and actually is pretty enraged and tries to attack Goku and Broly and Gohan, but he quickly just pimps up into the ground by Broly. And Manito just explains that they're good people. They're not allied to Frieza. They were raised separately from Frieza's race, or from the Saiyans. They don't even know how Saiyans cooperate or act. Granola kind of shocked, and she asked if this is true. Goku explained he was sent to Earth and was raised as an Earthling. That's kind of a lie, but not fully. And then Broly just explained he was a Saiyan exile. He was too strong at birth, so he was sent away. Then he asks about Gohan. That's when Goku explains that's my hybrid son. He went to Bulma in the background, just looking around at the planet, saying, "Wow, this planet's amazing." Then that's when Goku's looking at Bulma, says, "And that's my girlfriend." And Bulma will yell, "I'm your wife. Get that right." Goku turned around saying, "There's no difference in it." And Bulma and Goku have an argument with the difference between husband and girlfriend. Not husband. Well, they have an argument between boyfriend and girlfriend, and husband and wife. But Broly kind of just the whole rundown of what they're doing. Now basically they're exiled from Earth too, because Goku's rage is too great. And this does surprise everyone. Not everyone there, just Granola and Manito. And, well, Granola kind of asked, what do you mean his rage is too great? And, well, Granola did hear about the planets exploding in the nearby vicinity, and Broly explains, and, well, Goku and him, they're really able to control their power in that form. Broly was really able to lead Goku away from populated planets. It was hard to keep Goku away from Namek. The planets they destroyed, they had no life besides plant life. That was it. So, yeah. So, now we'd have basically just, Granola asking to tag along with them, because you kind of hear that they need to work, and just leads them to a bounty hunter job. They take it, and they kind of just proceed a bounty hunt for a few years. Trunks, when he arrives on Earth during this time, because, he arrives on Earth eventually, because they don't, Frieza does try to attack Namek, or at least try to invade it for Dragon Balls, and Vegeta and Nappa head to Earth. There's nothing there, and Kami just says, "Oh yeah, Raditz went with them." They don't know Raditz is dead, and Kami hides the fact, so they leave Earth. Basically, everything leading up to Namek is gone, doesn't happen at all, so it doesn't really matter. So they head in space looking for Raditz. Vegeta and Nappa do, and they tell Frieza that Raditz is a traitor. So now basically there's a main hunt for Raditz out, and Kakarot. Eventually they find the ship, and they find the spaceship. they kind of see Goku sitting inside it, and they can't tell this is Kakarot because, well, he resembles Cumber. But eventually, like, Vegeta would rush right towards Goku, saying, "Kakarot, where's Raditz?" Goku immediately would grab onto Vegeta's shoulder, and Vegeta falls to one knee, screaming in pain and agony. Goku would say, "Who the hell's Raditz?" They didn't think of the name Kakarot was, "Oh, that idiot claiming to be my brother. I killed him. Why?" Nappa was shocked that, well, he was lied to. Immediately, he'll see him blow up Earth, but then Nappa is blown up himself. I'm pretty sure said that. Actually, I said Roshi went with Goku and all them. No, he did not. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, he didn't go with them. He was basically Krillin, Tien, Yamcha, Puar, Chaozu, Gohan, Goku, Broly, and Granola, and Bulma now. But yeah. But eventually Goku would just like talk to Vegeta, who's in pain, and Vegeta says that they were with Frieza put them up to this, and Goku doesn't know that's a lie, and actually gets pretty pissed off that he's being lied to. Now Vegeta just realizes Goku's angry, and immediately just tries to calm him down, saying he's sorry for lying, and just offers to tell Goku where Frieza operates, and how to get to the planet. Goku says that he doesn't really have interest in it, he has interest in killing Vegeta now, but Granola would have interest in it. So if Granola believes this information, then Vegeta can live and kill Frieza with them. So when Granola arrives, he sees Vegeta tied up and beaten, and Vegeta gives locations of where Frieza's base is, alongside King Cold and Coolers. And Granola believes this information is very similar to information he's received, but this one seems more accurate. So he believes this, and Vegeta's left alive, and he tags along to attack Frieza's planet. Well, it's not really an attack. Granola trained a lot with them and trained really hard, so his power levels well over 80,000 at this point. The other Z fighters, well, their power levels are all surpassing 800,000. Goku and Broly have power levels in the 10 millions in their base forms. But yeah. But Granola kind of pokes his head out of the ship, holds out his hand, and shoots a ki blast at it. It goes inside the planet, and suddenly it explodes. Now at this, we see Frieza get sent flying into space, with half his body burnt horribly. Goku immediately coats his body in ki, and, well, his body, well, his Orbian's like being kind of shooting off lightning. He comes out of the ship, and begins flying right toward Frieza. He grabs him, and throws him right at the ship. Immediately, Broly, Granola, and all the Z fighters have ki blasts ready, even Bulma and Gohan as they learn how to use them. And Chaozu and Puar, everyone on the ship knows how to use ki. Ki blasts and firing at Frieza. Frieza was just surprised. Well, Granola's attack just let us blow up the planet. Someone could breathe in space, sure, but then the explosion killed them all. Frieza was the last one left. So this leads to Frieza being blown apart over and over and over, and Vegeta got satisfaction of being part of killing Frieza. Now our next stop would basically be the Ginyu Force, because Vegeta had said that he doesn't see their corpses or anything in space, and they shouldn't have been blown to pieces by now. So yeah. Pause. So yeah, now with this, basically, we'd have Goku and everyone else just try to locate the Ginyu Force. When they try to locate the Ginyu Force, they're able to find them with Granola's info, and Granola was the one that attacks. When he attacks them, well, he's not able to beat Ginyu, but when he fights Ginyu, he does lose, and the person that actually defeats Ginyu is Krillin. Krillin just jumps right to Ginyu, and he's using Power Pole, just hits him in the neck and breaks it, killing him. And then, well, next up, would be Cooler. That's the next person they think of, as they don't think of Cooler as the strongest one. They think of King Cold as the strongest one. This is fighting Cooler on an empty planet, and Broly will try Cooler. Broly and Cooler trade blows for a brief moment, until eventually Cooler just realizes he has to go to his final form. He does that, and is still, well, not winning. He just realizes he's overwhelmed every single way. Eventually, Broly grabs his neck, and the Broly is firing off giant ki blasts enough to incinerate Cooler completely. Now King Cold. Goku wants a shot at him, because he couldn't let everyone kill Frieza and King Cold, so now, not King Cold, let everyone kill Frieza and Cooler, so now he wants a shot at King Cold. So we can find him, Goku literally just jumps through the planet, not jumps, but flies through it over and over and over and over until it explodes. And when it exploded, King Cold was had half his body left. Goku had flown through him without realizing it. But King Cold it was like someone just go to final form regenerating, but he's grabbed, and well, Goku's aura it's basically made of lightning, is what it feels like, and it begins incinerating King Cold slowly. Eventually, when all that's left of his head, Goku blows it up, and he wins. King Cold dead. King Cold is dead. And Granola had part of taking them down. Well, they have a lot of money now, because they were hired to. Well, when they asked for info, they're like, oh yeah, if you can kill Frieza for us, I'll give you I'm gonna use US dollars. I'll give you billions of dollars, maybe even trillions if I like it. But everyone had heard that Cooler, the Frieza Force, and King Cold were dead. And people that had been searching for them, well, was Goku's group. And they've been known as basically the Sun Group. So, yeah. So, they go back to the base of the Sun Group. Well, the Sun Group goes back to the base where they got their mission assignment. And everyone sees them. And immediately they are paid around $3 trillion. And then they get this money. Well, they immediately buy a whole new ship. Now, this ship is around the size of a small planet. When they buy it, well, let's say it's around the same size as Pluto, so still pretty huge. But it's enough to, it's still just a pretty big planet. Nonetheless, when they're on it, when they're on the ship, they have a lot of rooms. I want to say the size of Pluto. That seems too big. This one first is big enough to hold at least 200 people on the ship. With this on it, well, with everyone on the ship, they kind of fly around the universe. While they're flying around, they eventually find a planet. And on this planet, well, they'll discover it, but they're kind of just there to buy food. While they're walking around buying some food, some little girl, little bump into Goku. She kind of saw his leg and kind of thought, oh, this must be, she forgot that she didn't see Goku was huge. He's 7 foot, 7'2" by now. That's a pause. So the Z fighters just proceed through space. They get trillions of dollars. On the planet, a girl thinks she can drop Goku because his body seems like it's her height. Not her height, but an average adult height. She didn't really pay close attention because in reality, she's around the same height as Goku's knee. That's about it. She reaches for her pocket. She just can't reach it and then looks up, seeing Goku staring down at her. She realized how big this guy was. Goku picked her up by her collar with using one finger and asked why she's trying to rob him. But Goku realized the girl was pretty poor. She's not really well off. Eventually, Goku is able to convert a decent amount of money, let's say $1,000, into this planet's currency. He gives it to the girl, and the girl's shocked. She takes the money and runs off almost crying. Eventually, this girl bumps into Broly, and Broly and this girl talk. Let's pause one more time real quick. Hard to tell how old Chilai is, but I'll say this is young Chilai. I'll also say she could be in her 20s in the Broly movie, early late 20s. So Chilai would be relatively young here still. In Bull, her parents don't really care. They think that she robbed someone and demands that she give the money back. And the parents try to bring Chilai forth to Goku, but Goku says that he gave the money to her. Eventually, when the guards around had heard that the parents think that Chilai robbed someone, they immediately tried to arrest Chilai, and the parents let it happen. So then both the guards just smacked through buildings, and Goku had said that her parents are horrible. Chilai's parents are horrible. So they bring Chilai with him. As the guards try to jump on Goku and tackle him, it doesn't work. They're just thrown around. Now they eventually get to the ship, and the Z fighters had basically all gathered there. They're waiting for Goku, but he brought a little girl and a few guards chasing him. But they're all just being thrown around. He talks to them about Chilai and what had just happened, and they're a little upset. But it's just the cruel nature of humans, I guess. Not humans, but of people. Creatures. And eventually, as they leave, they come to another planet after around a month of Chilai being on their ship. Now there's other planets. Well, they meet Lemo, I believe that was his name. I'm trying to make sure his name. Yeah, Lemo. Lem, not Lim. Lemo. So, Lemo is with them, and he kind of just met him, and they offered him just to clean their ship for a bit. Did I say shit or ship? They offered They offered Lemma a few bucks to clean their ship, and Lemma accepted. Lemma was also to know how to repair some parts of their ship, because they didn't know how to do it a lot, but he was able to repair certain parts of it. They bring him with him. They bring him with them, and, well, that's their group. So, Goku, Broly, Krillin, Yamcha, Puar, 18. Tien, Chaozu, Bulma, Gohan, Granola, Chilai, now Lemma. That's the group of 12 that's on the ship. It's enough to fit 200 people. So now a lot of these rooms are kind of like, everyone has their own room. So there's like 24 total rooms in use. Goku has like 25 because there's one giant room for training. But yeah. Well, there's 25 rooms, one giant room, this for training. Everyone gets their own room. Then that'd be 26 because you have to count the kitchen. 27, the bathroom. Well, there's a few bathrooms. There's 11 bathrooms. Yeah. Now, Granola, we do him because mentally he got shocked. He didn't think he would be traveling with Saiyans at all, let alone Goku, Broly, let alone 3 of them, and 3 of them are insanely strong. Well, no, Vegeta too. So that'd be 20. So I just said that 27, but then there's 11 bathrooms. So then that'd be 38. There's 39 total rooms in use, kind of counting Vegeta. Nappa, they abandoned him on it, in all honesty. He's not really useful. But yeah. Now, after a few years of traveling in space, Goku and Bulma had another kid, just out of sheer boredom. And Broly and Chilai, they're pretty good friends. But yeah. Eventually they come and check on Earth, just mainly check on Roshi. They arrive on Earth and they kind of see it in flames. Now we go to future Trunks. When he arrived, the Saiyans weren't there. He had asked Kami, first he had Roshi. Roshi didn't give him an answer, so he'd go on died of old age at this point. But he has Kami, and Kami had said he exiled Goku. Now, he asked Kami why, and Kami says his rage is too great, and when Trunks realized he's from the future, he said that Goku is kind of one of their only hopes for what's going to come. Now, Kami tried to get in contact with Goku, but it was too hard, and didn't want to ask King Kai because King Kai doesn't know Goku. So eventually, he kind of just left and told Bulma what happened, and Bulma was like, we have to hope that he's okay. So yeah. So yeah, Bulma still built the time machine for Trunks, but this time Trunks is Vegeta and someone else's kid. Eventually, they get to Earth. When everyone's on Earth, they kind of just go around, and Goku puts around the planet, and seeing speeds, putting out every single bit of flames. See, now as he keeps flying around, eventually we just have like 17 and 18 not Cell actually. So 17, 18, and 16 plus the other androids. Well, they're kind of shocked the flames are all put out somehow. And suddenly, we see Kami on the lookout, coughing up blood, and Piccolo's with them as well. So there's 40 rooms in use. Piccolo's with them. I forgot about Piccolo. See, Piccolo. And Piccolo's kind of being coughing up blood because something had happened to him. And what really happened is just like Piccolo felt Kami being beaten up by 18. As 18 starts to beat Kami to death, suddenly Piccolo would grab her, and, claws had to scratch 18 across the face, making her bleed. She was bleeding to attack Piccolo, but she has the hell beat out of her by Piccolo. And eventually this leads to just like Goku just like going up to the lookout and kicking 18 in the face, and they're flying. But now all the androids unite at Kami's tower to attack the group that came to Earth. Kami thanked Goku, but telling him he didn't need help. But Roshi will jump up on the lookout, saying, "Oh, it's about time you guys came back." He lands and then looks at the new members, saying, "Bulma, who's the baby?" And Bulma would say, "Oh, this is Goten." Goku just told Roshi, "Don't worry about that. Gohan, you ready?" Gohan would nod. And that's when Broly also takes a step back alongside Vegeta. And Bulma steps away as well. Suddenly Goku would roar, and his hair would spike up, and, well, his restraints, well, his clothes basically just all shatter apart as he gets him flying around. Goku's, well, his aura is just so great that the colors kind of blinking on his body. His body just looks different. And just a lot looks a little more muscular, but it just looks demonic. Now suddenly, this naked Goku would then appear in front of the androids, and Broly appears next to Goku, not naked, but just, well, in a Kari. Goku and Broly train constantly. As I said before, they have a training room on the ship that's huge, and it's been a few years. All they did was train. So with this, basically, Vegeta began being a training partner, and he has his own power-up. Vegeta has Super Saiyan, Goku just has this rage boost, Gohan doesn't have any of it, but Gohan just has like a slight, he has a Kari. So Gohan has a Kari, Broly has a Kari, Goku has rage boost, Vegeta has Super Saiyan 1. But this group begins with the onslaught of attacks against the androids. Goku takes on 17 and 18 and beats those two. Broly, Vegeta, and Gohan annihilate the other random androids. Pause. And she gets with all the androids beaten. Kami's just in shock. Even Piccolo was able to almost kill 18. But Goku interfered, so yeah. And Piccolo could have easily killed Android 17 and 18 himself. But suddenly, a loud boom is heard, and 17 and 18 disappear alongside 16. 16 was killed by Gohan. But as these two disappear, another being appears in front of them, and, well, it's Perfect Cell. Cell then says, that doesn't seem all that strong. And goes for punching against Goku, and Goku dodges and punches Cell right in the face, and him flying. Now Cell, well, he has Goku DNA, and his temper. Now, with the Red Army, it was destroyed by Chaozu, sure, because Chaozu just fired a giant blast at it. But Chaozu was still pretty pissed, not Chaozu, I mean, the Red Army was still pretty pissed off, and basically took DNA samples of Goku. Goku kind of dropped a hair, and Dr. Dro's kind of searching for it and found hair. So yeah, a single hair is able to help make Cell. So Cell would begin has Goku's rage and temper as well, and with this, well, his rage and temper, he attacks Goku, and Goku and Cell begin colliding blows. For the first time, Goku feels overpowered. Even Vegeta, Gohan, and everyone else try to intervene. They're still being outmatched. But Gohan, Vegeta, and Broly made one fatal error, trying to go within the aura. Broly had immediately shot into Legendary Super Saiyan, and had grabbed onto Cell, and Goku made strangling them both. Then Vegeta would elbow Broly right in the spine, not breaking it, but maybe leaving a large bruise on it, sending him flying. So with this, with Broly being sent flying back, we'd also see Gohan raging and slamming Vegeta into the ground. Every single Saiyan enters their own kind of battle royale. But Whis appears before them, and we see Goku and Broly colliding fists. Goku and Broly both getting stronger individually, and Broly barely able to hang on to consciousness. Well, how do I say this? All of this is basically just driving Whis crazy, because as the collide blows, well, the universe is shaking after 4 or 5 punches collide. So with this leads to just more and more power being exuded. And now with this, Whis basically sends them all to not a pocket dimension, but a vacant planet far from the universe. Now with this, Goku and Broly proceed to fight, but eventually Kai have to intervene. Whis even makes a whole barrier around them. As colliding blows, the dome could be shattering, but by this time, Goku had knocked out Broly. Goku dominates physically, while Broly dominated in every other aspect. Broly had enough he had enough control over himself to actually learn a bit of martial arts, and will learn a bit more than Goku did. Goku has a bit of martial arts experience with Turtle Hermit style and the Crane style, but, well, Broly had more. With that, Broly was able to, he overwhelmed Goku, but Goku just had a lot more physical strength, and that's led to Goku winning. But yes, what I'm going to say about that, Goku won, but he passed out and was kind of put in a coma by Broly. But yeah, that's all I can really say about that now. But with this, well, I'm still talking about him. Well, he was Broly kind of just like being involved with him, and Broly not really doesn't have any DNA of Piccolo at all. Dr. Joe spent a lot of time researching Broly and Goku, the point where when Broly was choking him out, Broly kind of strangled Cell. Cell would eventually wake up, but as they all return. When they return, Broly's carrying Goku, and Cell, when he just wakes up, jumps at Broly, and Broly just fires a key lash to his chest, killing him. So Cell had no regeneration, none of Frieza's DNA, nothing. So yeah. But that's all I can say about it. Now after this 17-18, they kind of question why Goku was so strong, but he doesn't answer because they didn't realize he was asleep. They kind of thought he was like they kind of thought he was tired and Broly was carrying him, and Broly said that Goku's asleep. But Broly just says that they don't want to know why he's so powerful. Now he's about to leave. 17-18 want to go with them. Broly immediately says no, but they insist on it. And Krillin has a crush on 18, so he says, "Come on, Broly, can't we please?" And Broly just sighs, saying, "Fine." The teenagers come aboard, and well, they jet back off into space. And new Kami is announced, and that's Roshi. But Roshi had to go through some intense training first. So Roshi goes through some intense training. And basically, the training he did for Return to Power, that kind of training. And it didn't a lot of time in the time chamber though. But it didn't affect Roshi's physical body whatsoever. He just got a lot more powerful. But now we go to around like the Buu saga. Well, on Earth, there's no one strong enough to basically provide the energy for Buu. It was Roshi, and Roshi defeated every single guard except for Dabura. And Roshi barely even fed Buu. He had so much technique it was hard to keep up with. Dabura ended up having Roshi's cane stabbed through his side, but that was really it. They find another planet with enough power, and the planet actually just was where the Saiyans were Saiyans and their squad are resting, where Z fighters are resting. Well, suddenly after they stay there for like a week, and one day they see Babidi's ship, and Dabura. Well, when the first person to walk out of the ship is Granola, and suddenly this leads to like Dabura slashing down at Granola. But Granola just holds up one finger, and suddenly Dabura's head explodes. Now Granola just fired a very swift ki blast right at Dabura's head and just went boom, and blew his head off. And Granola was actually insanely strong, and the level of Super Saiyan 3 of Vegeta. And Vegeta actually did unlock Super Saiyan 3 during these years. Goku and Broly don't have Super Saiyan. Broly is trying to control his legendary Super Saiyan form. Goku's trying to get some control over Berserker Goku. He's trying to control that. It's going to be very hard to do, but he's going to try. But yeah. But, Granola is equal to a legendary Super Saiyan. Not legendary, I mean. He's equal to a Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. And Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta is stronger than Super Saiyan 3 Goku, canonically. In Buu arc, at least. But now with this, we kind of just go to when Goku and all them are kind of, I guess, chilling. Yeah, they're all pretty chill right now. While they're all there, here we would see basically just Babidi realizing how much power that Buu was fed from Granola, but not quite enough. So the Babidi firing an attack out at Granola, but Granola would dodge, and suddenly a ki blast from Bulma would hit Babidi right in the head and kill him. Bulma's power level was at a good 8,000. And she is built like Mirko, and I approve of it. The androids are all asleep. 13 came with them because 13 was revived. Well, not revived, he didn't die. 13 kind of just came with them once they realized he was alive. But, yeah. And Krillin and 18 got it on a insane amount just because Krillin revealed he liked her, and 18 kissed him on the forehead, and Krillin just kissed her, and then it went from there. And good thing the whole ship is soundproof. So, yeah. But now, eventually, when everyone has heard the ki blast fired, they go outside, and they see Babidi dead, see a giant egg, and Goku picks it up. And when he picks it up, the egg suddenly is cracking, and it hatches Buu. Buu sees Goku, and just says, this is ugly. and points at Goku. This is what Goku would say. And judging by your speech, you're an idiot. Boo then punch Goku, but Boo is punched by Goku, and Goku obliterates Boo completely. This Goku could have even obliterated Kid Boo in one blow. And he did just that. He obliterated Fat Boo in a single punch, and made him explode. And Goku didn't even name his attack. It was a very simple punch. Barely any ki involved whatsoever, just a very simple punch. But yeah, that's the Boo arc. But I don't want to go anymore. I don't know where else to go with this what if. If you guys enjoyed, like and subscribe for another part. The thumbnail was Mark Spade. I'll comment his channel in the description. Honestly, I hope no one else more of the series. I thought it was a good idea at the time, but Cumber's fucking broken and I forgot that. So yeah. I realized Cumber was too broken halfway through this what if, so I kind of hope there's no second part, but if you guys like it, I'll make a second part. Bye.